but nevertheless. Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am very excited to speak to you this evening. And my prayer is that God to help you get my message today. I am blessed and humbled to speak before you. For those that have just logged in today, or we haven't met before, my name is DENIS TUMUSHABE, and I'm calling in from western part of Uganda, Mbarara. That's where my home, our home is. I am married to Rachel, and God has blessed us with children, and more children are coming up. And both of us went to school and studied. I met Neolife at a time I needed it. In fact, I met Neolife in my senior six vacation. It's when I saw Neolife. I had more reasons to say yes than my excuses, because I am a firstborn in a family of four. We lost our dad. My mom didn't go far in school, and she didn't have the money. I was very lucky to get sponsorships that took me for the high school, and I had no money for campus. That's when I met Neolife. And trust me, apart from my birthday, the other day I should celebrate as birthday is the day I joined Neolife. Because from there, my life changed. I was able to go to school. Not only that, I was able to help out my brothers. We are born four. And of course, if I was not able to get school fees, my brothers and sisters were not able to also get school fees. Because of Neolife, I was able to help out my brothers and sisters. Today, life has changed. We have graduates here who all went to school. And as I speak, by the way, I am speaking in my house, in our house. In fact, today's Zoom, I did it in one of our houses we are renting for. We are renting out. This one, someone is joining. Is joining it next week. But because I was time phoned me there, and I decided to do it in one of our houses. And all this money has come from Neolife. Today, we eat, sleep, drink Neolife. From Neolife, we've achieved a lot of things. In fact, we got one of the investments that we have that give us about 300,000 a day from Neolife. We have a business that gives us about 300,000 a day. I mean profit. That money came from Neolife. We have traveled. Some of us, the only thing you know is from work, office, church. That is your lifestyle. The only thing that's the journey you know. And maybe going to the village. But because of Neolife, where we've been able to we've been on very many planes. In fact, getting on a plane no longer excites me. A few months from now, we are going to be going to Cairo, Egypt. My wife and I and other Neolife family. And that trip is sponsored by Neolife. We just have to prepare ourselves. They even give us shopping money. When I was joining, that I didn't know that I was going to achieve it. A lot has changed financially, mentally. We've been able to make friends. Today I have friends. If I want something in America, it's just a call away. If I want something in South Africa, that's priceless. To have friends all over. Friends that matter, not these friends that you don't have airtime, you beep and they also beep you. Now, sure, that one should not even be your friend, but friends that matter. Today, it's not about me. Today is about you. I want to speak to someone that one of your resolutions in fact, today's Zoom, I decided not to sit. I am doing this Zoom standing. I want to speak these few minutes that I'm given. I decided to do this Zoom standing. don't want to sit, because this year is not for sitting. This year is a year to achieve what you didn't achieve. This year is a year for people. Let me tell you, before you know it, you're 50, 60 years, and you're still waiting for a paycheck. Before your commission, before your salary comes, it's already gone. I want to speak to someone. And by the way, whether you're educated or not educated, you see, today it doesn't make sense to be an engineer and you're broke. It doesn't make sense. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to differentiate these things. Differentiate these books that we studied and making money. They're different things. They're different things. Getting rich and studying, getting rich and your education is completely different. Professors would be the richest, but they are the majority are poor. You remember the guys you started with that? I have a friend, many friends that have got first class. Even when they got first class, in fact, one of them got a first class. He's a scientist. He got a first class, and it took him 5 years to get a job. Can you imagine? So one of the, especially, I want to speak to people that have degrees and above. Making money and these degrees that we have is a different thing. In fact, put down your pride, humble yourself if you are to be a person of difference. Humble yourself. Humble yourself this year. Follow your career, but build something aside. Build something aside. This evening, I want to speak to people that really are tired of where they are. There are people here on this call, I'm sure. There are people, years are going, you are aging, but financially, you're going younger. You are 30, 40 years, 25 years. At 25, I was already earning more than 3 million shillings. I paid my fees. Some of you are just burying your heads in the sand. I am still young. You're 30, 25 years still staying with your sisters and brothers, your parents, and you call yourself you're okay. You're not okay. You're not okay. You are not okay. All you have is the debt on MTN and Airtel. When someone is going to send you money, say, but Nanga, don't put on Airtel, put on MTN. You're on this call and you have borrowed the data. You call yourself okay? You're on this call and you cannot contribute in your family meeting. I want to tell you today, you can't even have a good marriage if you're broke. Both of us must work if you're to have a good marriage. Someone recently said that money is not everything. But before you say money is not everything, before you say that nonsense, make sure you have the money. Money is like oxygen. You and I need money today to be relevant in the society, to be relevant in our communities. So I want someone, in fact, very many times I tell justice. The distributors that we sponsor today are not hungry. Are not hungry. Even those that we see that are hungry, I don't know. The bread that we have, the bread that we had when we were joining, it's not the bread I have seen with the people that are joining today. You find someone doesn't have even data, doesn't have airtime, doesn't have, and it's okay. This year we are going to beat some young people. We are going. This year I don't want to tolerate any nonsense. You're broke and doing nothing. You're broke and doing nothing. Man, time is going. Every Everything is changing. By the way, it's not only your pocket. Everything is changing. The world is changing. Very soon, these degrees that we studied are not going to work. By the way, AI is taking over. It's taking over. Have you thought about that, by the way? The speed at which the technology is taking over. And you're just sleeping on an opportunity. Well, your years are also growing. You're also growing. Do you know when I was starting this business, there are things I did that I might not do now. Every step in life, so you have to embrace this opportunity. Now, some of you are looking at me and you haven't paid rent. In fact, you have arrears for last year. And you call that living. You are not okay. You are not okay. You are not okay. By this support, let me tell you, for those that are going to do this business very well, you must do things that other people look at you and you're mad. You must do things when your friends look at you and say, hey, there is a problem with you, Dr. Christine. There's a problem with you, Justice. One time my aunt said, you're still in those things. There's a time when you forget yourself. There's a time when you forget yourself and focus. In fact, by the way, when you make a decision, there are some of you who bury every person that is dead. There are some of you, when you there is a time. Let me also tell you about sacrifice. For this business to work for you, there's a time you have to sacrifice, not even your health. I remember when you brought the street thing, I would set a goal and say, before I give out this number of cards, I'm not going to eat. There is a dozen in Kasese, and it was 10:50. I had not eaten, and I had a few cards, but my goal was to finish the cards. This business requires a bit of madness. Now, I am talking about sacrifice. You're going to sacrifice at a certain point. Sacrifice your family, sacrifice your life, sacrifice your friends. Sacrifice your friends, sacrifice some of the things you allow. Some of you are watching me on bed already dozing. You sleep like you're competing with a dead. Oh, it's raining, you don't go. Some of you work when you feel you want. I remember when I started, now I've been making noise on social media about joining WhatsApp groups and doing what? Man, even when I'm married, even when I have children, there are days I would sleep on phone, even when I have all those people that you see. I have children, I have a wife, there are days I would sleep on phone sending messages. Why? Today, should I tell you the points I have this month? I have made 10,000 points. Do you know what 10,000 points mean? 10,000 points mean a commission of 8 million shillings done personally. So when you see me react to how I react some of you, I look at you spend your youthful time praying. An opportunity is here. I feel I should box some of these youth. I have talked about social media. Do you know that if you concentrate on what I have shared with you, WhatsApp groups alone, by June, you're going to be earning more than 2 million shillings. Okay, even if you're not earning 2 million shillings, you earn 500,000. You add 500,000 on your commission. Wouldn't that be okay? Ladies and gentlemen, you need to get tired. Last year, you earned nothing. Last year, you had arrears. And even this year, you're beginning to have arrears. Last year, you were eating like the poor. Even this year, you want that kind of life. Nichokwenda. We want people that are tired. We want people that want to change their lives. Are you there and you're tired? That's why I decided to do this Zoom standing. I want to tell people that are tired. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a voice when you have money. You have respect when you have money. And everywhere in your home, in your family, no one should lie to you that you're loved if you're broke. Tina kukunda, even no one loves you. It's a lie. Some of you are on this call, but you haven't identified, you don't even know most of your relatives. Do you know why? You're broke. If you have no aunties and uncles that are calling you, you're broke. Have money and see how you have a line of people looking for you. You have a function at home. Hello, yes, my son, my daughter, my what? You know, when you have money, your relatives are the ones to introduce themselves to you. But none of them is doing that to you. Why? You don't have money. This evening, I'm speaking to the youth. My fathers and mothers, I'll speak to you another day. Why would you waste your useful time? Why would you waste your useful time? You can still see. In fact, what annoys me, especially social media, the youth are on social media. You go everywhere, you find everyone is looking at the phone. They are reading millionaires, they are laughing. The other day, I almost slapped someone. And he was so sad about a football team. So sad. And I was looking at this poor person supporting the English Premier League. He doesn't even know Entebbe. So sad. I said, look at this. Are you wasting your useful time? Do you know? Let me tell you the truth. What we earn today, the biggest percentage of what we are earning today, even Justice can testify, that work was done 5 years, 10 years ago. Some of the royal customers that we have, we didn't get them yesterday. I mean, the income that is there, whether I work or not, that income I did it long time ago. So if you're praying in your prime time, Oribubi, Letaga Kuba, Oribubi, you need to wake up. I have always described illustrated to the youth how they should go to bed. Now, there are some of the youth that, you know, they switch off, they lay their bed very well, switch off the lights, and cover themselves. A youth covering himself like that. You are headed to poverty. Let me tell you how a youth is supposed to be sleeping. First of all, you're supposed to lock your house. Leave the lights on. Go to your bed, or you're sitting, of course, sit on your bed. Sit on your bed, get your phone, send messages. Now, you'll be taken by sleep. Find your phone is somewhere there. You wake up at like 4 or 5. You find you haven't charged your phone, and the lights are still on. That's how youth is supposed to sleep. You have done a lot of work. Man, if you're sleeping like you have, then you will wake up when you're supposed to sleep. Someone told me a statement that you can pay the price now, and you can pay the price now and pay later. You can pay or pray now Pray now and pay later. But now paying later is hard. I don't want you to meet a 50, 60-year-old that is still looking for basic needs. You're 55 years, but you're even eating meat at home. You can't buy enough meat for your family to eat. Do you know there are families that they buy meat and what is they just serve like a little. What they live little and they hide it away. There are even families that not everyone eats meat at home. Now, do you want to be like that? Guys, this is serious. You have an opportunity to earn serious money and you're sleeping in the opportunity. New life, every single month, it gives you a blank check and says, you know what, Dr. Catherine, please write how much we should pay you. And some of you say, you know what, New life, here is your blank, here is your check, we don't want to be paid. Imagine. Then you die and God should forgive you. God should forgive you. If you're having money, that's okay. But if you're broke, God should not really forgive you. God should not really forgive you. Mukama tashemerire kusasira. Mukama tashemerire kusasira, ladies and gentlemen. And my prayer is that he should not forgive you. You see, being poor does not only affect you, it even affects the nation. It affects where your children go to, the school your children go to. It affects what you eat. It affects the medical system because you're going to fall sick. You eat poorly. You instill. I saw a house, not even a room, one room. The whole family is there. They are sleeping like they're in a bus. Can you imagine? Now, what mentorship is there? You have one room or two rooms, and the whole family are in those two rooms. So my call to you is not that your being poor affects many things. You can't wish people well if you're poor. No hit Marie, no, you know, we need to fight poverty. God has blessed us. People, especially young people, don't joke with this opportunity. Some of the corporate people you're seeing are breeding this opportunity. Do you know what it means to start a company? Everything is done for you. People are in a corporate world breeding. People are in other businesses breeding. Breeding. Did you know that the poor cannot do business today? The poor cannot do business. If you understand what is happening. The corporate world is that what they call the corporate world, my dear. If you sit and listen to them, man, do you know that all of us, the 16 on the call, and all become director, and we are in the same locality, and all of us are happy. But you get a promotion, and your friends haven't gotten a promotion. They will start the envy is coming, everything. People have businesses and doing nasty things. There's a business, there's a lot that is happening in the other sectors, but this business, you make money. When, in fact, as you make 2.5 million shillings, 3 million shillings, behind you, people are happy. People are being healed. Farmers are happy. That's why this business is there. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to get annoyed. Now, the other two aspects that are important is action. Today I've just talked You're already excited and happy, but in a few minutes you'll be, some of you that today you're happy, tomorrow you're not, today you're ready to build a business. You have set a goal, you want to speak to 2, 3, 4 people, you do it today, tomorrow, the other day you don't. Business doesn't, you see, you have got to discipline yourself. The definition of discipline is doing what you know you must do, even if you feel like not doing it. You must discipline your disappointments. You must do what you have said you are going to do, whether you're getting results or not getting results. You must do it. I started social media. When I started posting on social media, and I was not getting any feedback, you waste the whole night and no one is, you've sent messages to very many, and none is what? None is replying to you, hitting your inbox. You do it again, you do it again. Now, some of you, if you do it, you expect when you send, the whole world should respond. Wapi? And I'm talking about that discipline. Because the truth of the matter is, the start is hard. And you know why it is hard? There is a lot of ingredients that are missing. Information you don't have, you don't know how to cross, you don't know how to talk. But as you continue to do it, you get better. You get better you get better, but you get better every day. If you've said, I want to talk to 10 people, I want to make 20 phone calls, make sure you do it every day. When you do it today and you spend a week without doing it, now you go back. Now you have to discipline yourself. You say, whatever you have said, whatever you have told yourself you're going to do, you must do it. You must do it. Action. You must take action. Those are habits of a successful person. Whatever you've said to do, do it. And let me tell you, when I ask how is the business, our business is moving on well. You are supposed to, today you are supposed to have very many problems, by the way. Very many challenges. Many people are saying no. Some of you talk to 3, 4, 5, this business is hard, products are expensive. You look at you and say, man, talk to many. Actually, if you do not have challenges, and I mean serious challenges, if you do not have a lot of challenges, then you're not doing business. In fact, tonight, get on your knees and ask God to give you challenges and wisdom. Wake up, ladies and gentlemen. Wake up. I've talked about consistency and action. Discipline. We have to get up. I've talked about social media. How much do you earn with your phone? By the way, why should you have a smartphone? Do you know why it was called a smartphone? Why should you have a smartphone if you're not earning from a smartphone? Now, if I'm asking that and you have borrowed data, you have a debt on your phone, you should be beating yourself. Why should you have a smartphone if you're not making money? Actually, if you're not making money with your smartphone, sell it. First sell it and buy a small phone, get that money and buy some products. Detoxify your body. You need to detoxify yourself. You have a lot of toxins. Mubanze mwajukuza mugure detoxification program. You're better off. Then after, you get back to the smartphone. The culture of Lion Kings is to make profits every single day. Why would you have 2 legs, you have the brain, you have everything, you have the best uplines. Why would you end a day without making profits? And you allow it? But let me tell you another thing, that the other muscle you should build. Say, I'm not going to finish this day minus making profit. Commit and tell yourself that. Tell yourself that I am not going to. Why? If you have spent money, if you have spent money, why don't you make money? Because the moment you wake up, you have started spending money. So why wouldn't you make money? Get that microphone and tell why shouldn't you make money every day? Because it's the business. Business, you're supposed to make money every day. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have a challenge, please talk to us. Call me. Tell us that there's a problem. We tell you what the problem is. Now, the other problem is that most join business as professors. You think you know. Attended very many meetings. Now, if you know, why are you not performing very well? If you know, why do you have 0 personal points? If you know, why don't you have 1 personal points? If you know, why are you not sponsoring? So if you're not doing them, it means you don't know. Now, there's some of you who are in this call, and this month is ending, and you're not earning a check, and you call that living. And you've been in this for more than a month, 4 months, and you've come with all these innovations already there. You should not sleep tonight. You are not earning a check, you don't make daily profits, and you have not started the journey to make daily profits. Because you have spent money and you have not made money. Why would you sleep? Now, to make matters worse, sleeping in a landlord's home. You have a phone and they are calling you. When are you paying the money? More cash. More cash is coming to you very soon. More cash now, more cash. But I check Quran. Children are going back to school, but you're thinking, how are you? Let me tell you what profits have done to me. The whole of December and up to date, I have been in construction. And money is coming from you, and money is coming daily. The guy, every day I was spending above, every day, paying the workers, I was spending above 350,000 every day. I mean, labor. We started on 2nd December. Up to today, we are still guys on the site. That's the freedom that comes with business. Now, there are people that have gone through 100 days of January. Are you among them? You have gone through 100 days of January. Now, business life is not like that. We don't know. We are moving. Even in the morning, I can wake up and hit 2 million shillings. This day I don't make, another day I make. Now, that's the kind of thing we want you to have. Why would you sleep? Why would you allow a day to go when you have not made a profit? And I'm not saying you're going to tomorrow you're going to earn it, but I want you to start that journey to earn that money every day. I want you to start the journey. Action. And I'm talking about massive actions. And in our business, what is massive actions? Number 1, increasing number of people you talk to. Increasing the number of people you talk to. Just as all did it. Increasing, all of us. Me this year, this year, I want to earn 200 million shillings, profits and commissions inclusive.
Very possible.
Profits and commissions inclusive. For you, if you don't want to work, I'm talking to you, distributor. If you don't want to work, you will see us. And very soon, you're going to see us. Very soon.